time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweets all there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am your not-so-mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing it in. But, of course, I never bring this shit in alone. No. For with me this week, as always, is my hellacious homies of horror. Starting off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Daddy Chrisman.
Gobble, gobble, bitches.
Woo! Yeah. Keeping it festive. And, of course, to protect and serve against shitty remakes, Mr. Officer Bobby Amon. Nay.
El Capitanos. How the fuck are you?
Yeah. Welcome to our Thanksgiving episode. Today is November 22nd, 2021. And we got a doozy of an episode today. Something a little different, actually, that we've never really done. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. But first, as always, we're going to break it into a little bit of reality, what we did since our last episode with our Slice of Life. Chad Daddy.
Yes, sir.
How you been, brother?
I've been well, thank you. How about yourself?
Been fantastic.
Excellent. So this week we did more work at the house. We are just doing the last finishing touches. We actually started moving stuff in yesterday. We started taking some boxes down. So yeah, we got a little. And here's the funny thing. I said before the podcast started and we were talking, I said, so the wife decided that we finally have time that me and the kids can go see Ghostbusters this upcoming Wednesday because we've been too busy. The kids don't know, by the way, so it's a total surprise to them. And I was thinking today, I can pop in my Ghostbusters Blu-ray before we watch the movie.
Wink.
No, I can't because it's in one of the boxes that got moved to the new house.
Oh.
So if I watch Ghostbusters, I might have to pay to rent it because I don't know exactly what it's on. And you know what? I've seen it thousands of times. Not really, but, close enough. So I really don't need it.
But when's the last time your kiddos have seen it?
Oh, I don't know, because I remember the longest time Ghostbusters 2 was on Netflix, and my oldest daughter, Chloe, would watch it, constantly.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So she
was a scary motherfucker, man.
My kids have a better memory than I do, so they may remember everything anyways. So I may not need to watch it. But if I do, I'll have to figure out a way to watch it. I did get some new Blu-rays in the mail today and last week. I got the Blu-ray of Godzilla vs. Kong, the 4K, the 4K of the Snyder Cut.
Nice.
What else did I get? Venom.
4K. So it's 4K, but it's still in 4.3.
Yes.
Interesting.
Dude, it was only $10 on Walmart's Black Friday sale.
What?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Get the fudge out of here. That's awesome. Yeah. That's damn. Is that still going on?
No.
Fuck.
No, the movie sale is done. You might still be able to get it on Amazon for that price, though, because their sale started like a week after Walmart did theirs.
Or run to your local Walmart and see what happens.
Also that.
Dude, I've been to Walmart in the last 2 days. I'm good.
Yeah, I haven't been to Walmart in a couple weeks. I know I'll have to end up going Friday because I got to pick up a couple things that the wife has ordered. That there's these. I'm not sure if they're 4K or not, but we need to get it two new TVs for the kids, and you can only buy one in store. So she had to do one, site to store. So I got to pick that up Friday. I'm completely getting off track. So yeah, we started moving stuff in.
We need to get your shopping sprees,
Let's see, what did I do Friday? What the hell did I watch Friday? Fuck.
Dune? No. I'm just throwing. Yeah. Something horror related? Christmas related?
Yeah. This Dolph Lundgren movie. I don't know if you guys remember it, called I Come in Peace.
Heard of it, have not seen though.
It's like a late 80s movie. He plays a cop that's tracking down what he thinks is just a criminal, and it turns out to be some kind of alien drug dealer that is injecting people with heroin to get them to OD so he can suck out the endorphins from their brain and sell that as a drug in space. And it was actually a really neat movie.
I was gonna say that actually sounds like
yeah, dude. That sounds awesome.
I say that plot alone sounds amazing.
It was really interesting. It goes by the other name Dark Angel. No, where did I watch that? Did I watch that on Hulu or Prime? But go check it out. It's actually Scuba Steve just quoted it. Yeah, that was actually a really fun movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check this shit out.
Yeah, check that out. I think actually I saw it on Prime, if I'm not mistaken. So that was one of the movies on my list that I can now check off that I finally saw. Aside from that, not much going on. Work. I know work was supposed to be insanely busy today, but you know what? I said, it's 3:30. That's night shift's problem.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fuck second shift.
Because it wouldn't be overtime pay anyway. So fuck it. Enough about me. Bobby, what about you, brother?
Last week was just another work week as usual. I did see Ghostbusters on Saturday. The only thing I can say is shit made me fucking cry. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I fucking bawled like a little kid that found out Santa wasn't real. I'm sorry. What did I just say? He is totally real. But no, it was good, wonderful. Like I said, bawled my eyes up, but well worth it. Well worth the wait. And then it was just a chill weekend. And then so not really much happened this weekend for me. It's just chill. That's it. Nice and chill. No complaints. And then I had to watch this movie. Very interesting movie.
You in shackles to fucking watch this, dude. Like I had to watch this movie.
We were in the stockade like the mom and dad in this movie,
right? Like
guys, they were holding my eyes open.
Although I wasn't whipping Bobby's back, I was whipping his ass.
I was.
Oh, I thought somebody else was whipping me in front, but
although I was using my hand, I wasn't using that rod or reed or whatever the fuck it is.
No, it was just an interesting movie to watch. So, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So simple for me over here. Very simple. Mr. Chad Daddy. Jesus fucking Christ.
Going back to Chad.
Mr. Big Dick Johnny D. Tell me about your weekend.
Wow.
That is your name in my phone, by the way.
No. Don't lie.
We know who the real Meat Mountain is.
Yeah. Don't lie.
We've seen the picture.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a picture out there, but you'll never find it.
So, of course, anybody that's been paying attention to us, I've been talking about Ghostbusters like off the fucking chain for the last couple weeks. So I not only went and saw it on Wednesday, but also Saturday with the family. And both times it was equally awesome and enjoyable. I'm not going to give anything away as well because Chad Daddy has not seen it. And for any of our viewers or listeners who have not seen it as well, I personally loved it. It is not a perfect movie. I will say this, like I've said this to the boys before, but as for a Ghostbusters movie, it's absolutely fucking fantastic. Other than that, if you go see it, I hope you enjoy it. That's all I got to say. Other than that, riding the Ghostbuster train, I finished up my roof rack. I disassembled it completely, actually glued it together and cleaned it up and gave it like a nice little front angle like the actual like Ecto has. I don't know why, just because I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So everything is back together, ready to go, parade ready. It just needs the Christmas lights on there. And then at the same time, I painted my daughter's proton pack to like, all I'm going to say, I feel like it's like a Pinkie Pie theme or something. I don't fucking know. And for anybody who doesn't know who Pinkie Pie is,
titty pink.
It's
titty pink. Yeah, it is definitely.
But it looks so cute. It looks so cute, though.
It's definitely a soft pink with a dark purple going on. And I told her,
jealous. He's jealous. He's going to want to wear it.
I mean, I will wear it. I don't give a shit, dude.
But you better have a purple jumpsuit on with it,
right? Well, my wife's proton pack is purple. So it's kind of funny. So like I need to take, once the daughter's is dry, I'm going to take a picture of the like R3 because then it's like mine OG and then Jen's is like almost all black, but with purple accents. And then you got my daughter's, which is like, bam, like punch in the fucking face. I would love to make her a suit that matches, but the problem is, dude, she's a kid and she's always constantly growing. So I don't really like straight up. I was looking at flight suits for children. And they're the normal price of an adult flight suit. And I personally don't think that's right. But I was argued the fact it's still the same amount of time that goes into the suit, regardless of the size. And I go, Correct. However, the bigger sizes use more material, so hence the bigger sizes should be more expensive. That's my personal thought. So I don't know.
No, that's not a personal thought. That's a normal thought, you would think.
Well, right, because like you're already paying for the labor regardless. So the only reason the bigger one should be more is because more material went into making them, so they are
Right.
You know, to be more cost effective. Anyways, so did a lot of Ghostbuster shit all fucking weekend, pretty much.
Don't blame you.
No, it was fun. Except for freezing my ass off out in the garage because it was a cold motherfucker this weekend. And clearly we were going right into winter, and Mother Nature's all about it because she's already dropped snow on me a few times. Can't speak
Same
for you,
here.
gentlemen, but
No, nothing here.
yeah,
Thank God.
nothing like heavy, but enough to be like, damn. All right. We're starting that bullshit. So other than that, man, I watched this movie and I am ready to talk about it because, well, it was fucking interesting as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
it was something. It was a little different. That was for sure.
Mhm.
So before we break into our normal like rundown of the movie and everything, I just want to throw out there that this was a super kind of random pick with all four of us. Scoob is not here, but we do have a video from him covering his review. What we wanted to change up our lineup a little bit. If you haven't been paying attention, we wanted to try to do a Thanksgiving movie. The last one we really did was
Bloodhook.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
You said Bloodhook, then you got me thinking. I was like, wait, no, that was
Yeah.
well, yes, Blood Rage.
No longer.
And that's not cranberry sauce.
No,
it's not.
No, it is
oh
not.
God, I have got to make the wife watch that. I love that movie so much.
It's so good.
You didn't watch it for the podcast, right? You watched it after the
Yeah,
fact
'cause I
you
had to
couldn't
work.
make it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
that's
to work.
right. Okay. So, Bobby, you want to run this bitch down?
Certainly, sir. Hold on one sec. So the film title is Into the Dark, Pilgrim, released November 1st, 2019. So here's the plot rundown, folks. In order for a family to better appreciate each other, a woman invites historical reenactors playing pilgrims to spend Thanksgiving with them. However, the reenactors may be too dedicated to their characters.
A little bit.
Oh,
If they were even actors,
who
we
knows?
don't know.
They could have
I have theories. I have theories.
been from another time. So, talk about that in a second. Directed by Marcus Dunstan, who did The Collector and The Collected. Written by Marcus Dunstan. Feast film series. By the way, I did watch Feast. That shit was fucking great.
Yo, I threw
Don't.
that on. Did you see that? That was my monster pick for next year.
I did. I did.
Yeah,
I watched it like 2 weeks ago. Dude. Oh.
I want to, but I almost kind of want to just wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I
now.
was thinking the same thing too.
So
That old man.
he did the Feast film series, Saw 4, the final chapter.
No, Saw 4
No.
through the final chapter. So he did.
Oh, Saw 4
5, 6,
through.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
wrote 4 of them.
And then Noah Feinberg, don't know who he is. Patrick Milton, who did Piranha 3 Double D, and Saw 4 through final chapter. Produced by Tevin Adelman, The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Chad, would you like to check over, see who's starring in this bitch?
Sure can. Starring Rain Edwards from Hellfest and MacGyver as Cody. Kerr Smith, who has been in Final Destination and My Bloody Valentine, the remake, as Shane. Courtney Hengler, she's in actually Cobra Kai as Anna. Peter Giles, he's done numerous voice acting gigs in video games and some cartoons. He played Ethan. Beth Curry, who was in Glow, which stands for Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, as Catherine. Antonio Raul Corbo from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as Tate. Taj Spites from Teen Wolf as Finn. Elise Levesque, I guess I'm saying that right, from Slaughter Party.
Yeah, that looks good.
Slumber Party Slaughter as Patience. Music by Douglas Pipes, who did the music for Trick or Treat, Krampus, and Monster House. And I got to say, this
Oh,
was
hot damn, dude.
This was a huge step down. Like to have
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of person do this. The music in this was shit, but we'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
How about Big Johnny D? Take it on home.
Alrighty. So, cinematography by Lynn Moncrief
Yeah, that sounds about right.
from Beyond the Mat. Edited by Andrew Westman from Unfriended and Unfriended Dark Web. I have seen neither of those.
Unfriended was good.
Yeah. Effects and makeup by Mia Tamlin. Distributed by Blumhouse Television, aka Hulu. Runtime of 80 minutes. The MPAA rating of TVMA, because it was made for Hulu. So this was, once again, this is a first for us. We've never done a made for subscription movie yet.
Yeah, never.
No,
This
and
is the first.
I would also like to throw out that this isn't technically a movie per se. This is an episode of an anthology series that's feature length, but it plays out like a movie.
It's one of those things where it's like, where like a mini series is released, but then they drop it as a movie.
Yeah,
that's like it's a movie at that point. You know what I mean? Like I would consider this a movie, especially in comparison to what we've watched over the last 3 to 4 years. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if it's over an hour, it's an hour and 20-minute hour. That's a movie.
Right.
There's no debate.
Budget, we don't fucking know, but
and it didn't grow. We didn't. It doesn't technically
gross because
it was made for Hulu. Yeah,
it's Hulu, and dude, unless you actually work for Hulu or you ask them specifically, hey, what were those? Like, you know what I mean?
You're not going to get
I don't think you can even
numbers.
I don't think it. Yeah, you get streaming numbers. It didn't really gross anything because it's not you don't pay to see this. You're just paying for the streaming service itself.
Right, and that's all you get is streaming numbers. So
it's like it's way different than like Netflix, because Netflix, like you could tell a movie does decent on it, whether it made money or not, even though it's on Netflix. That's the
now my question is, I wonder if this would ever be made physical. Like Netflix will never do physical stuff, which kind of sucks. Like they started to, and then I think they just don't do it anymore. Like
I wish they did.
At least that you can't buy. You could probably get it from their websites. I
haven't seen Hulu do it yet, but
all right.
It would be nice if it would be nice if some of these streaming services did. Like I think especially Shudder with some of their originals. Some of them.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Oh, Host, Heartbeat would buy that.
Yeah,
I think some of Shudder's originals are getting disc releases. Yeah.
I mean, I think Haunt was technically a Shudder original, and that got
and that box set was amazing. I bought that, and that was worth it.
So this whole Into the Dark series that they have, what they do, the premise behind it is, one comes out each month, and each episode is supposed to center around a tradition or a holiday for that month. It's horror. A horror take on something like that. So they have like a horror based on Mother's Day, or like this one is Thanksgiving. There's a couple Christmas ones, obviously Halloween, and different things like that.
Okay,
it's a really cool premise. Some of it, from what I was reading, some of them are of course better than others. This is actually considered one of the better ones.
Really?
I'm not saying this wasn't horrible by any.
Yeah, no, I mean we've watched way worse, dudes.
Yeah, we have.
We have. Yeah, okay, we have. This was just it was interesting. I think that's probably the best way to say it was interesting.
Okay, so like I said, and I'm just going to drop this for everyone. To me, this was Krampus for Thanksgiving. And the reason I say that is because Krampus, the whole thing started when the boy wrote his letter to Santa, got pissed because his family was a bunch of douchebags, and tore the whole thing up, threw it away, right? Okay, so that summoned Krampus. And this one, they have this whole Thanksgiving tradition, this new Thanksgiving tradition they want to try out. The daughter gets pissed, makes a wish on a wishbone, and these guys come.
Which you saw in the trailer, so that's not like anything spoiler-wise or anything.
Yeah,
And it happens early. And so my theory is, and I'm just going to throw this out there, I feel like the main guy, is not an actor. That he's like this personification, this spirit of Christmas that got summoned when she made her wish.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because right after she made her wish and she puts her brother to bed, you notice he says, "I really hope your wish comes true." And then right after that, you hear this demonic voice repeating the exact same thing he just said. And plus at the end, spoiler alert, he has the wishbone in his hand.
Yeah, he does.
The main guy, but the brother asks, he's like, "What did you wish for?" You know what I mean? Like it even comes back. I agree, dude. Like it's kind of weird because like there's got to be some kind of magic involved. And by the way, not to, I should say we don't have a boss breakdown today, so we're just gonna kind of hop right into general discussion here. I feel. But yeah, they are magic, but obviously they can be clearly killed. And that doesn't say like that Krampus can't be killed and everything, but I would assume maybe not. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's a way.
Yeah, but didn't they kill like his minions too? And then they end up
the minions and shit. But like these guys were like, it was weird. Like magic brought them there, but they were legit like fucked up Puritans. Which
and I think I have a couple theories about that too. And I'm wondering, if he just wants you to be grateful for what you do. And I think if you really are, and he determines that you are, that you kind of become one of his pilgrims, because I don't think they were all, because like the big guy, the builder, when they see him in the back, he's like, oh, I'm the builder. He didn't even have a name.
Right. Yeah. Right. I think probably about half of them definitely didn't have names. So it was just more like, okay, you're grateful. You're coming with me. No name needed. Probably.
Almost like they get, sucked into it. Like they're,
maybe that's something to do with the candy. Like his weird satchel full of fucking taffy.
But if that's true, the little boy did take one.
But did they even have that kind of candy back then?
No.
I'm going to say no, but I didn't think so. No.
Not at the time of the Pilgrims. That's saltwater taffy. That didn't exist.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah. I can see like maybe like a hard candy or something. You know what I mean? Like you get sap or honey and you do some you boil it and you like.
Here's my little quick theory on these pilgrims. I honestly think like they're chosen people to be them. And if they fail at their job, there's new ones chosen. So like they all died here. So let's say next Thanksgiving, there's people who are ungrateful. I think it's a new set of pilgrims that come in. I think they're more like disposable ones. Cause I mean, no offense to the holiday itself, but there's nothing really associated with it, but pilgrims. And just think of how many like different ones. Okay, you failed. Or okay, next it's different bunch this time, different bunch. So I think they're like interchangeable.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like if you remember the ending of Ghost Ship when she's getting wheeled into the ambulance and she sees all her former crewmates helping the bad guy, the demon or whatever he was. Like they're all cursed and they have to help him. I think it's kind of something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But that's just my take. That's just my opinion.
But like the thing is that they can still be killed though. So it's like it doesn't like they're not unstoppable.
Right. Yeah.
But so my whole thing about this movie, and this is what I wanted to bring up, and now that we're recording, I can. How many red flags deep in this movie would your family be like, all right, no.
Okay, if I'm honest, there wouldn't be a red flag because that door would have been closed the minute they're like, oh, we're here to do this. And be like, nope.
You guys are early. Go get a hotel room. So yeah, that's the first red flag that I would say, no, not happening.
That and the whole like, yeah, we're going to stay at your house for a few days. No. Yeah, no, you're not. So that the main girl there, the daughter, I apologize. I forgot her fucking name. What the hell was
it?
Cody. Thank you. Like, she's an unlikable character, but she's a smart character nonetheless. And I will give her credit there because she calls that shit right from the get go. She's like, we don't even know these people and you're going to let them stay in your house, our house? No.
Yeah. Like,
no.
Really?
And dude, there's just so many red flags that I would have just been like, nope. And it's the biggest one for me, like after all of them, is when your kid tells you that they don't feel safe. As a fucking parent, there's no fucking way you're going to sit there and just be like, you know, it's one thing. It's like if they're watching a movie and they're scared. That's different. Oh, because you know it's a movie you're coming.
But a stranger
you got some strangers in your house and your kid all of a sudden tells you, I don't feel safe. Bro, that situation is corrected right then and there. Then okay, nope, we're not doing this anymore. Get the fuck out. She doesn't feel comfortable. And granted, it's a horror movie. Not, you know what I mean. Can't look too far into it. And I'm assuming there must be some kind of like magic at play because I feel like almost like the parents are like hypnotized by him. You know what I mean? Because I feel like they wouldn't be as this stupid. Granted, the mom really wanted to like try to pull off this super Thanksgiving, but it's like I said, dude, the amount of red flags are just
unbelievable.
Like it's a pile, dude. It's ridiculous.
They're literally the red flags you see from going on dates with somebody. You're in a relationship, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with them. What?
No. This whole and okay. Other huge red flag. Let's say you're a friend Chad, I got this person who's going to live with you now for the next week. You're welcome.
I didn't.
What the fuck is that shit?
All right, here's the sad part.
I gotta say,
I watched. No, go ahead, Chad.
I do want to say, if I was a single father and you sent Patience to live with me, I would have said, hell yeah, she's kind of hot.
Actually, I would agree with that because I'll show her patience.
Well, all right, so that's kind of in that mindset, understandably. I'm just saying for like this woman's, I don't even know about that though. I still don't want a random stranger living in my fucking house, dude. Like that just.
And you know what the weird part is obviously I watched this movie, but I for some reason missed the part where they're like, "Oh, this girl is staying with you," and next thing you know, I'm like, "That's not the." What did I miss in 30 seconds?
Now,
I'm like, what?
I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for a little bit more. I'm not saying we didn't get some bloodshed in this movie. We definitely fucking do.
But most of it was off screen. All the kills were off screen.
No, well, okay. I'm not even going with that, but I'm just saying like it was to the bad guys in this.
Yeah.
Where I was expecting like, dude, like you start off with that whole party of people, and I was like, oh, bro, some shit's gonna go down. You know what I mean?
I thought too. That's exactly what I was expecting.
Like I didn't know. Yeah. And then they went
because that would have been a perfect like Thanksgiving feast to like. But
right, like this, her friends and Pilgrim's friends, and then like shit just goes awry. Everybody gets fucking slaughtered. Like it'd be, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
This was definitely a slow burn for sure.
Oh, listen, man, I have the patience of a fucking 5-year-old for sure. So this was a harder one for me. The first 2/3 of the movie, I will.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little, tired. My eyes are getting a little heavy, and then I do have to say, as much of a slow burn as it is, and as much as we don't like the characters, because there wasn't, aside from the young boy, there wasn't a single likable character in this movie.
No.
And again, I don't think you were supposed to like them. I think
no. I think that's intentional.
Assholes.
That's intentional for sure.
Again, just like Krampus, the only one you really care for is the little boy. But by the time that final act starts, and the sheer insanity that brings to the table, figuratively and literally, makes up for the previous hour.
It does.
There is parts to the movie that are good. I like how every time they go out to the backyard, they have more shit built. And just more like they're building this whole community in their backyard. And the parents aren't fucking saying anything. Dude, first and foremost, when this dude popped up a shed within 8 hours of fucking first getting there.
Okay, I want that guy at my house, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can he? Yeah, like wait a minute.
I need a shed at my new house.
It's a creepy ass fucking shed, and I'm all about the creepy aesthetic. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, bro, like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, like,
when he was in there and he's like reading Bible verses to the boy, I thought, that is a child molesting shed. Like I
want to know what was going on in that shed when he came out wiping his hands. What the fuck was he doing?
Oh, I guarantee you, I could tell you what he was doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I thought he was like, I didn't know like if it was going like he maybe killed the little boy because like they showed spilt candy. So I'm like, oh,
yeah, why did the little boy disappear for like the whole act of the movie?
I don't know. Honestly. I was scared that kid died. I was like, don't tell me.
I honestly thought he was going to be the Thanksgiving feast.
So the problem with that is like they already set you up in the beginning with the whole hide and seek game. So you know that's going to come back later on. You know what I mean? Right. And that was my giveaway. That's like, okay, this kid's not done because they never did that yet.
Right.
And I'm glad they did. You know what I mean? You actually get rewarded on that. But it still makes me, why was he wiping his hands coming out of that shed? What the fuck was going on in there? I don't, and there was like a weird red light coming from it. But like, how do they have a red light? They don't use electricity.
Okay, here's another
candles. You know what I mean? Like,
here's another red flag or red herring or whatever the hell you want to say. Okay, so it shows the boy, he went out gathering berries with Patience.
Yes.
And they bring back this whole basket full of different berries. And he has those things, they're called Jerusalem cherries. And the bad guy, I can't remember, he's like, no, don't eat these. These are highly poisonous.
Yes.
Why did he get rid of them? Well, and
What?
second,
Okay, no,
why did they let the boy pick them in the first
Yep.
place?
Thank you. That was my
'Cause he
question
doesn't
I wanted
know.
to ask you guys beforehand. It's like, listen, if you know they're poisonous, why would you allow him to pick them in the first place?
Mhm.
Which I assumed they planned on poisoning them. That would be my only reason of why they would have that. And I'm glad
That's-
they're going
that's
to
the
come
only-
back.
That's a good
but-
possibility. Yeah.
That's the only thing that could come to mind because, like the kid picks him up. Wouldn't you be stopping him from picking him up if you didn't want them to begin with before you even got into the house, too?
So essentially, this whole thing is with the Pilgrims is, and I agree with you guys, like they're either going to kill you or you are going to assimilate into this colony of pilgrims. It's one or the other. That's your only way. Like survival is you're going to become them.
And that's
Yeah.
another thing that kind of makes me think that is when the girl that Patience is staying with, she's talking about, when she,
How she was partying and shit. when
how she was
younger.
partying up.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what I'm talking about? And she looks at her and she hesitates.
Mm-hmm.
And says, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because
So that
she
makes you
used to
think, you know,
party and then she
it
probably.
makes you think she had a life prior to
Bro,
that where she was
how-
like that.
Okay. How did she not fucking die from the ice pick into her
Dude.
fucking temple? Because that's where I was like, oh, these fuckers are magic. They can't die. But then they clearly fucking die. So I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm really
I mean,
She
like,
pulls it out of her
like,
head. Pulls it out of her head.
it's literally
says, "I'm fine."
through her hand and
like now I understand it's through her hand. So that's like a good, half inch
So
to an
ice
inch.
pick blade.
yeah,
is
but
like
that ice pick
long.
was
That shit was
way
in there,
there.
dude. Like she pulled that shit out. And that's
That wasn't just the tip, baby.
no, dude. That we went right in, dude. We went for the deep thrust.
And you got blood. See what happens when you go too fast.
Oh, Bobby, no.
I do have to say, after we watched this, though, my wife turns and looks at me and she says, I'm kind of torn between whether or not I like this movie or what the fuck did I just watch?
And that's
That's probably the best way to
That's
put
a
it.
very, that's a very
I
describe it.
fully agree, and I think my wife would as well. So, okay, so like I said to my dudes, and I got to tell you, Gorehounds, this thing is filmed like a 1990s fucking metal music video, dude.
Yeah.
There is some fucking crazy fisheye lens going on, and it is disorienting as fuck. At least for me.
And there's like a fog machine for some reason.
Oh, that didn't bother me, but okay. So, like, case in point,
But it
my
was
worst.
in the house.
I know. Well, it was supposed to
Still.
have magic pilgrims, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Magic fucking pilgrims.
Yeah, they don't have technology, but they got the fog machine, They're
Magic
working
Well,
good.
I was kind of wondering that because, like, I laughed at that one scene because I'm like, where the fuck's all this fog come from? Like, do they not have all this tech, but they randomly have a fog machine with
Yeah,
them? Like, all right,
yeah.
put this down for ambiance. Like, no, dude. Like, I don't like unless they were smoking some shit out like on a fucking fire that you just didn't see.
Well, they were smoking. They were smoking the feast that we all saw. That I
right.
thought for
It's
one-
from their pipes. All those old men were smoking those pipes.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But like, it's just
Wonder what was in those pipes now.
it's weird, man. Because like, I really wanted to like this movie, and I'm not saying I didn't like parts of it, but I think like just like overall, like there was no pull-out shots. There was no like everything was like fucking this close, dude.
With a fish eye.
Everybody talking, and okay, so when the ladies are talking in the beginning of the party, and they're like doing their caddy thing, and it's going, bro, that's where I'm talking about. It disoriented me because that shit was such like quick edits. It wasn't even shaky cam. You know what I mean? It was just like if I could instantly just take all three of us, but instantly flip us up every like 3 fucking seconds, and it's just like, what
I
is
think that's
going on here, dude? Like,
That's what
oh,
Steph was talking about. She's like, this is just weird right here.
It was, dude. It was
And there-
very like it
There was also a lot of echo and distant voices like throughout. Like normally you hear that in like a build-up scene, but it was literally like random. When she was picking up the stuff on the floor and it cut, you could hear the like coming in, like somebody's echo coming through, and then it goes to the conversation and it goes back to the echo. Like that, like again, it's like, where does that come from?
So like I will give credit to like some of the up close shots, like okay, on the dunker in the pool. That was cool.
Yeah.
It's like, right on her face. You see the length of it, you see the dudes dropping it. I wish you got that. And then personally for me, I would have done a shot like farther out in the yard so you see the whole thing, just like, you know what I mean? Like one of those ones where it's like you take the music out and it's just the quiet of just like her screaming, splashing the water. Back like to the up close, like, you know what I mean? Just to give you, like, there was nothing like that. And that's what I think bothered me, because I feel like it's shit that's just so simple that could have made it that much better, if that makes sense. Like,
I think their whole point of this film was to just make you feel.
I mean, it was
very disorientating.
Yeah,
while trying to tell a tale of Thanksgiving. It sums it up. I honestly think.
So, gentlemen, shall we hear from El Scuba Cabra?
Yes, please.
All right. So Scoobs is not here, but he did send us a video. So let's see what he has to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scuba Steve here, and unfortunately, I cannot be on tonight's episode, and I do apologize, fellas, but I am on vacation at my mom's house. So this is just my quick review on this film, Pilgrim. Very interesting film. There was a lot going on, a lot left to be explained. I feel like we were left with a lot of unanswered questions. I don't know if this dude was a ghost. I have no fucking idea. And I would like those questions answered. It wasn't a horrible flick. It was like watching something on the CW, I guess. That's what the acting was very CW, I guess.
That is some gorgeous fucking.
It had a good premise.
Quality.
I did like the premise. I just wish, like I said, they would have got a little bit more in depth with what the fuck was going on with Ethan and his little group. Were they just crazy? Were they actual like spiritual pilgrims that were like evil or some shit that were trying to appease God or something? I don't know. It wasn't a horrible flick. I was very surprised. We have seen way worse films.
Yes, we have.
Cinematography was kind of weird.
Really fucking.
I don't know why they kept doing that whole from the bottom to the top, from the bottom of the feet under the table thing. I don't fucking know why they did that.
Well,
that was getting on my nerves.
Dude, why were they all wearing
other than that, it was a decent film. I would say give it a watch if you have not seen this movie, Pilgrim. Overall, I give it a 2.5. It's not horrible. It's not great. There's just little things that I wish they would have expanded on. It would have made it an even better film, but unfortunately they didn't. So that is my take on this film, guys. Have a great episode. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody already saw Ghostbusters, because we need to talk about that. We need to talk about it.
Yes, we do.
But love you guys. Talk to you later.
Love you, Scoobs.
Scoobs, we love you. Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, buddy. Awesome.
He
Chad's the only one in the waiting, dude. He's like
a couple days.
Wednesday.
48 hours.
I'm gonna do to you exactly what I did to Scoobs. I didn't know Bobby was in the theater. I probably would. So like, I knew Scoobs' start time was like, I don't know, 6 o'clock for him, whatever. So it was like an hour and like 15, hour and like 20 minutes in, and I just sent a gif of a dude just like peeking around the corner eating Doritos. Just kind of, hey buddy, what's up? And then all I got was like, good.
Just to give you a heads up, I put my phone on silent when I go into the movie, so I wouldn't even.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Most people do.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
not even on vibrate; it goes on silent.
Most people do, but I still wanted to. I don't know. I thought.
That's anyways, good, I like that.
So it was like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes later, dude, and all I get was cried, my fucking eyes out. And I was like, yeah, you did, buddy. And then
on that subject, real quick, listen. There's people that watch war movies. There's no spoilers. There's people that watch war movies. They cry. The dog dies in a movie. They cry. Listen, that is all some sad shit. Do not get me wrong. I go to a Ghostbusters movie. I look like fucking Niagara Falls.
Well, you know.
I can't talk about it.
You're talking to the guy that's cried during episodes of Doctor Who, for fuck's sake.
Yo, it's all right, man. Because like I said, my wife straight up called me a pussy, and I was like, dude, I teared up in Ron Goes Wrong, and she's like, well, I did too. And I'm like, yeah, so you're giving me shit. It's like, that's a fucking kids movie.
Oh no, my wife probably won't make fun of me because fucking like in Avengers Endgame, she cried almost nonstop from the time that they brought everybody back till the end of the movie.
Iron Man's death was pretty
when
sad,
Tony dies, I look over and there's just tears streaming.
Sadly enough, I didn't shed tears at that, and I thought I would have.
Iron Man was my favorite, so I shed tears.
Scoob said he cried seeing Luke in The Mandalorian. I cried seeing Yoda in The Last Jedi. Because it was Yoda, it was the puppet Yoda. It was
Hey man, sometimes shit just hits you different, you know?
Listen, I cried when fucking Han Solo got killed. Okay.
So, all right. I mean, what else can we say about this movie, dude? It was definitely it was filmed like a head trip, like a fever dream. Like it was fucked, dude. Like it wasn't terrible.
At the end, I was expecting like the daughter to wake up and it really was all a fever dream, something like that.
That would have I think that would have been a little more fucked up than I think it would be. I don't know why. I don't know why I think it would.
I mean, I could see that. Because then it would definitely be like Krampus. Because then you wake up and everybody's there, and you're like, "Oh wait, that's weird. It's Christmas morning." But then you see the snow. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what it is. She'd wake up and like everybody's like good to go, but then she'd walk by and she'd see like the wishbone on the table or something like that. It just would know. I think that would have been a little bit better of an ending, dude. I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. The whole dinner Thanksgiving feast, I was expecting so much more like fucking cannibalism.
I mean, dude, they had a fucking mid torso for the that was pretty awesome.
Burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, that lady definitely overcooked that shit a little bit.
Just a bit.
I was expecting golden brown, right? That's between Bobby and me, right there. If you could,
exactly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then, but the meat that they're pulling off, it looked like succulent turkey meat. But you look at the torso, and it's like burnt to a crisp. Like where was the crunch when they were eating it?
Right?
That's like in fucking Christmas Vacation.
Exactly. Pass me the gravy. Fucking hey, dude.
What was that? I was going to say.
Yeah, but that's another movie that got packed away and has ever done at the new house.
Listen, start watching fucking TV. It's already on. Dude.
Sure it's on
AMC.
No, I'm trying to think what streaming service it's on because I already saw it somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not big.
Plenty of time.
Right.
I was expecting cranberry sauce. I did not see it.
We got cranberry sauce, but it was gross cranberry sauce in this. There was, man. All right. So heads up, spoilers. I know we said like, if you go into this movie, if you cannot handle images of people vomiting, this
don't watch this.
This is not your movie.
You get a lot.
This is not your movie,
right? Like
and they're vomiting up dark red.
Never personally bothers. Sauce. Yeah, never bothers me. But I'm just saying, I know some people out there that shit hits a little different. Like sometimes people can't even hear that sound, and they're just like, "Huh?" Like,
don't go into this movie wanting to eat something while you're sitting there thinking, "Oh yeah, good." Oh shit.
Steve said he was actually trying to watch this during his Thanksgiving dinner, and I believe he said his grandma yelled at him.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
Steve was trying to get some cranberry sauce,
and
Grandma said, "Fuck you."
You don't piss off Granny.
No, never.
So, besides weird camera work and a very slow burn, but a really like 180 third act for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, it definitely goes balls to the wall at that point. I mean, is there anything else we should discuss, or should we take a? I know you said there's not a lot behind the curtain, but
there was like nothing behind the curtain. Literally, the only thing I could find was a mention of there is a toy on the boys' shelf that ties into their previous Christmas episode.
Okay. All right.
That's
all.
all.
Right. So, not having watched any of that, I would have never fucking known that shit.
Same.
So. Right. All right. Good to know. I kind of do want to check it out, though. I'm not going to lie, see the other stuff. I wanted to see if it's filmed the same way or if it's filmed, like everything's filmed differently. Because it's got,
I would assume with it being different filmmakers, it would be filmed differently. I would hope.
I would. Yeah.
You would certainly hope so. With it's Hulu.
Right. Like it just wouldn't be that. Like that's just that show's aesthetic or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll have to find out and go check it out.
Like I said, it was interesting enough because personally, we don't have enough Thanksgiving horror films. Just saying.
No, we don't.
There might be a couple that we could probably.
Oh,
find,
shit.
But
Scoop says the toy was the voice saying "Hope your wish comes true." I was thinking that too after I read that.
I would have never guessed.
I don't know.
Now I got to go back and watch it for that scene.
Yeah.
No, I have to. That little detail is like, fuck.
Maybe. Now that I have Hulu, it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would give this a second watch, but that might be about it. I mean,
I don't know if I do it right away though. I feel like you would have to wait till next Thanksgiving and be like, all right, you know what? I'll fucking throw that shit on.
Yeah, because I can't throw it.
And then you watch Blood Rage to rinse the awful taste out of your mouth.
Right. Because Blood Rage is just fantastic.
See, like after watching this, like I watched my horror Thanksgiving movie. Now for the next 3 days, it's planes, trains, and automobiles, bitches.
But I mean, you know what, dude? We haven't done this in a long while, but you know what week it is, right, gentlemen? It's fucking fall break, buddies. Woo!
Oh, shit.
Going down. Fall break. For you audio listeners out there, you fucking know because that's our theme song every fucking
that
week.
still plays. That still plays.
Fall break.
I did not put up last week's episode. I will get that done this week on top of this one. So my bad for you audio listeners. Apologizing a week late. Ghostbusters fucking had me on a trip this week. So
understandable.
I couldn't think straight. All right. So if we got no behind the scenes, I guess
you know what? How about this? You know, we'll take a little sidebar here since it is Thanksgiving week. Gentlemen, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? What's your favorite part of the meal?
Ooh.
That is an excellent question.
Oh,
Chad.
God.
Thank you.
You know, honestly, man, like I have to go with the stuffing with the sausage, or it's got to be stuffing with sausage in it, dude. Because like we have the normal stuffing and then we have the stuffing with the sausage, but that with some gravy on top, dude, that is usually that's probably the biggest heap on my plate, I would think. Excellent. Besides the yams, dude. The yams are always fucking good to go.
I love the yams, but it has to be without the marshmallows.
No,
I don't really do the marshmallows.
I don't think the marshmallows.
No.
The brown sugar is enough, dude.
Yeah, brown sugar is perfect.
You know, all right. What is yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine, I agree. It's the stuffing, but I don't think I've ever had it with sausage. But my mom always made my mom made the best homemade stuffing. So yeah, stuffing.
So just take that and then just get Italian sausage crumbles, man. And just put the crumbles in there, bro.
A close second, homemade noodles and gravy.
Homemade noodles and gravy. That's a new one on me.
I've never no.
Oh wow.
No,
not for
what kind of noodles we talking here?
Yeah,
just homemade. You know, you just roll out the dough, you make the noodles. My dad does it. My father-in-law does it. My mom always did it. I'm guessing it must just be a handed down from the Pennsylvania Dutch. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've never heard of it here.
Noodles, and it's just the normal turkey gravy that you put on the noodles. So it's almost kind of like a stroganoff at that point. It seems like, all right. I can't say I've ever had that, but that doesn't seem.
I'm
doesn't
shocked.
seem bad.
It's delicious.
Never had
egg
it.
No, TJ, they're not quite egg noodles. They're not store bought. They are homemade, but they're like an egg noodle. He's close.
Okay.
They are
just probably a little thicker, right?
Yeah, it's just a simple noodle. It's
okay.
So TJ says green bean casserole. I have never been personally a green bean. Like I don't mind green beans, but I've never been on the casserole. I don't know why.
Not in the casserole form, but if you saute me some green beans, I'm a happy camper.
Ooh. Okay, so Scoobs is one of those guys. All right, so Scoobs says brown sugar ham. Now, it's funny because our family growing up, we had one cousin that never ate turkey. So they always made a ham specifically for him. Obviously, they didn't make like a small one so as other people could have it. But it's like, now he's not there. There's no ham, so it's just kind of like, oh man.
We go to my wife's grandmother's for Thanksgiving, and there's always turkey and ham. Growing up, we always had turkey on Thanksgiving, ham on Christmas.
Ham on Christmas, right? And that's how we did it too. But
Bobby, you didn't say your favorite.
I was listening. Well, all right. Listen. In my family, I am the stuffing king.
Yeah, buddy. But don't
So listen, I
He's
agree
also
with
the sausage king.
Well, that's a different
sausage king of Ohio.
How do you think that?
Abe
Hey,
Froman.
hey, how do you think the sausage gets in the stuffing?
That's right.
Oh, he's
Oh,
No,
no,
it's Chicago. That's what it was, right? Sausage
Yes,
king.
Abe
Chicago.
Foreman
Sausage king
of
of
Chicago. So I agree with the stuffing. It's on the plate. So, but the turkey itself, because my mother glazes it in honey on the skin, and you get a nice salty, sweet.
Bobby's touching himself right now for you audio listeners.
And so here's all right. So here's what my plate looks like. You got your stuffing in the corner over here. Got your stuffing.
I mean, plates.
A little bit of mashed potato on the side over there. And next to that is homemade that isn't cranberry sauce already. And when I say homemade, it's got the cranberries in there. You got a little orange in there. You got a little bit of everything to sweeten that bitch up a little bit right in that corner over there.
That is good.
Over here you got your yams with just brown sugar. No State Puff Marshmallow Man's on there. And then 3 slices of fucking big ass fucking turkey, like the shit, and just pour gravy all over. Keep going. Don't stop. That's a beauty. Put that over there. And then you get a biscuit and you put a little butter on it with a little honey, which was known from a buddy of mine. And I got to tell you something. And then on another plate, there's some sort of Italian dish. And that changes every time. Usually it's like, not ravioli, stuffed shells or something. Usually
rigatoni.
It's something of that nature. Yeah. Something.
Yo,
like
did I ever tell you guys the year I got surprised with the Italian Thanksgiving?
Ooh.
No, see, you say ooh, but for me, that was like, what the fuck is this, dude? I wanted what's behind us on this lovely image here.
See, we have all of that too with more.
No. I showed up and this was straight Italian Sunday dinner, baby. Like, and I was just like, which if it was any other time, fucking yeah, dude, 2 thumbs up. But because I'm like, you're expecting Thanksgiving. This just no, dude. Like,
see,
I don't like ricotta and like almost everything they had there was stuffed with ricotta. I was like, fuck
ricotta.
See, when we do it, it's you got everything behind you with a couple of Italian in there. Like we don't do but there were a couple of years we did full Italian. I mean, I didn't care. I'm Italian, but I was also like, yo, I need my bird.
I mean, if you like it, then like I said, more power to you. Now, like TJ said, we do 2 birds. We do an oven one, and then my old man throws one in the smoker too, a smaller one. So
I don't think I've ever had a smoked turkey.
It's delicious. Have you done deep fried as well?
Yes.
I think I have. Too. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
But it can also get really dry if somebody's not watching it.
That's true.
All right. So I guess while we're still on this, before we go back to the movie, keeping with the food conversation, gentlemen, favorite desserts for Thanksgiving?
Pecan pie, pumpkin pie with Cool Whip.
No. It's got to have.
Why are you saying it like that? Why?
Because Stu is.
You can't have a pie without a Cool Whip.
I just want some Cool Whip.
Nah. It's got to be the Ready Whip from a can.
Yep.
Cool.
I go Ready Whip from the can, dude. Because like, you got to do a little squirt in the mouth for yourself, and then you do some pie, then you do a little bit more, and then you throw it back.
I got to say, you do have to have that traditional slice of pumpkin pie. Me, I'm an apple pie guy. Love my apple pies. I'm
a pecan pie boy. My aunt makes it homemade.
So I go the pumpkin, and then I go chocolate cream pie, dude, because chocolate cream is my always go-to. So
yeah, that's also a good choice.
Yeah,
I've only ever had pecan pie once, so I don't know.
Pecan pie is really good.
Yeah, Lord, that's right. Give me the Cool Whip, Scuba Steve.
It's very sweet, but it's really good, dude. I had one that was a pecan, and it was something different. There was something else with the pecans.
Was it walnuts? Sometimes they throw them in there.
I know that's there. No, it was something. I can't remember. But either way, after talking about this shit, I'm fucking ready for Thursday. I don't know about you.
Yo, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be sending plate pictures the whole day.
Fuck yeah. All right, gentlemen.
I am going to get up early. I'm going to play some fucking PlayStation, and I am not going to eat a damn thing because I want the first thing in my mouth to be that fucking bird.
So I don't know about you guys because I always like it. I get a nice little 4-day break for Thanksgiving. So Wednesday for at least the last 10 years, dude, and it's harder now that I'm getting fucking older. But I always try to do an all-night gaming marathon Wednesday night.
Nice.
I'll see if I can even make it till like 3 a.m. this year. But I'm dude, with the new Halo out and shit. Oh man, it's been a fucking blast, dude.
I'll be riding that Ghostbusters high coming home, so I think I'll be up for a while after that.
Oh, you'll be up. You'll be up.
That's right.
Years out.
Oh my god, that's right, dude. You said Wednesday you're going to. I didn't even fucking correlate, bro. I was riding that high so hard into the next day, and I'm like, man, I haven't been this jazzed on a fucking movie in forever.
I'm still riding, and I saw it Saturday night.
Like, yeah, bro. All right, let's go back to fucking Pilgrim here. Yeah, let's discuss. Gentlemen, I don't even know why we're asking this one.
Yeah, it's Hulu.
But yeah, what format was this watched on? Hulu. Yeah. Hulu 4K. And as you saw in the trailer, it was Hulu. It's Hulu exclusive. I don't think I can say it enough. They should sponsor us for this episode.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Douche of the film.
Everybody.
Everybody's dick in this.
I don't care. I know she. I did not like the main character from the get-go. I hated her. I wanted her to die. Yep, Cody couldn't stand her. I did not like the whole millennial attitude she had of everything being, whitewashed and being, she was very anti-white, and I just didn't. That's just not a good way to start off with a character.
Which is kind of fucked seeing her dad as white.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like. It's weird because like I wanted to root for her, and I still did root for her. But yeah, dude, she still was kind of like, I don't really know if I liked her by the end. Like,
and if this plays out the way I said, it's more like Krampus, and it's all because of the wish. Literally everything that happened is all her fault.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
just because she doesn't like her stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, okay, maybe the stepmom isn't trying the best, or doing the best route to be the stepmom.
Not at all.
But the fact that she's kind of trying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
kind of.
Let's jump back a little bit because you mentioned about the stepmom, and I want to go back to the part where Cody, the daughter, is cleaning up that mess in the kitchen, and she hears the two Karens,
the friends,
talking about her.
Karens.
But literally, all they were saying was, no matter how hard she tries, the stepdaughter is never going to accept her as her real mother. And I'm sitting there listening to it, and I'm like, what's the point of this conversation? Like,
I would assume to make the daughter feel bad.
Yeah, but it's just
right because it didn't make the mom. It didn't make the mom seem bad. It just
it didn't at all.
Like a shit
it didn't really make the family look bad at all. It's just the daughter not really appreciating the effort that her stepmom was putting out.
Like obviously, yeah. I mean, like once you said, all the people in this are kind of shitbags. The dad is super dissociative. Like he's on his phone all the fucking time.
And I'm guessing that's why that her mother left in the first place. But they never really specified.
No, they only showed like that little bit in the beginning, like you never want to do anything I want to do, and it's all hazy.
Yeah, she said something like what, like you never do enough or something like that, or you never try hard enough or something like that.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Hey man, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree though, dude. Cody, I think, has to take the douche because this movie would have not happened if it wasn't for her wish. So.
See, I'm all right. I understand. I get where you're coming from with her. I'm going with the parents.
Yeah.
Every red flag. Like you guys, every red. Your daughter is looking at you like, what?
Which even okay, like let's say the stepmom really wanted to push this because she's really trying to like make them have some weird family togetherness and shit. Okay. That's the stepmom because she's trying to do her thing. But that's her legit dad. You think he would know his daughter well enough to where it's like, if she's uncomfortable and all that shit, like you'd be like, all right, dude. Like you're going to talk to your wife. You're like, she's not liking this. Everybody thinks it's weird. We need to cut this shit off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody.
He's legitimately over there sipping on a drink going.
But once again, I think they might have been slightly like almost kind of under a spell a little bit. Cause like, that's why she was so she just allowed them when he was like, oh, it's a change of plans. They're going to be staying for a few days now. Like she just accepted that there wasn't even anything like, I don't know.
Like I said, parents for me, the parents.
Okay.
Still a fair answer. Yeah.
So favorite kill. Did we see it?
Not really.
If I had to say kill, I guess it would have to. Well, I mean,
You got two beheadings.
the girl, when the girl is doing the butter and there's something in there, definitely. I would assume a head.
Yeah, she was turning the mom. Well, no, she wasn't though, because the mom was still whole.
Well, what was she
She has
turning in
fucking
there? Then it
skull.
had to be something.
See, I wasn't sure if she was churning the cherries that she was actually supposed to be making for the pie.
That was
No,
blood
it was a butter
red.
churn.
So,
That was a butter
yeah.
churn. That was they were
it's weird,
chopping
though,
up
'cause,
the
like,
cherries in the mortar and pestle.
But there wasn't any, like, she had like a little hole on her head and like she had blood in her mouth, but it's not like the mom was like missing any body parts or anything.
That way, she could have been completely eviscerated, though, for all we know. We don't know.
No, you
for
remember
sure.
because they walked into the thing and they showed the down shot of her laying
Did
on
they?
the floor.
I thought it just
Yeah.
showed her head. Oh, okay.
No, it showed her like laying on. That's why it showed her laying on the floor. So I was confused because it's like, all right, well, her hands are bloody, but her hands are bloody from either like whatever she did or it's because she's doing it so fucking
I thought it was 'cause
feverishly.
That's what I was thinking too. So I was going with that for my favorite kill because I'm like, oh, you're really mixing this shit.
I'm gonna go with the dad just because the whole knife through the hand and him falling back and you see the knife
Oh,
cutting
dude!
through the hand
Ow!
and he gets beheaded right after.
Ow! That
I
fucking-
need my hands.
Oh,
Oof.
I know it's not a kill, man, but I'm gonna go with the ice pick stab. I'm just gonna at least go with that, dude. Like it's almost there, and it should be a kill,
It should have been, yeah.
but it was fucking dope nonetheless. All right, best scene of this movie.
The whole third act.
The third act.
I can't disagree. So that's gonna be a short question. Yeah. Super, like we said before, super slow burn. Third act starts, and I would say probably right before they start dunking her. I think like that's kind of like the whole, or maybe
Yeah,
when
that's-
she goes, maybe when
No,
she
it was-
first
it
starts to
starts-
look for Tate.
It completely starts from when it shows the parents in the stockade and getting whipped. From
Yeah,
I would say
yeah,
even a little
yeah.
bit before that, though, when she's looking for Tate and they're like all out in the like. That's when they're making the stockades and they're doing like, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, where did all these extra people come?
I'll
I think
agree
that's
with
what
that.
she goes
Yeah.
in and he's like flipping the pipe, and it's just like, dude, like, yeah, all the pilgrims went to 100. Cranberry Massacre. It was a Cranberry Massacre, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of cranberry sauce.
That's
Yeah, there
from
was.
our beloved Scuba Steve. Opening scene hook you in.
Yes.
Opening scene, I would say. Well, the opening scene was the flashback
was
with
the
the mom
flashback? Okay.
leaving, and then it was right to Thanksgiving dinner with the wish, because then that was the cold open. Then it went to the title.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
did for
said,
me.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, because I was definitely like, ooh, what's going on here already? And it just started.
Good
I'll
awkward
go
family
with that.
dynamic. You know what I mean? Like some crazy wish with. I feel like the music in that scene hit the tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the rest was just kind of weird.
That was about the only part.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
It's fun. Most attractive character.
Patience.
I would, see,
Yeah.
actually, I think old Cody
She had
was
this,
also
like-
the most.
But Patience had this almost kind of Megan Fox look to her, minus
No.
all the makeup.
Patience had that look of, I'm innocent. I will do very bad things to you in a good way.
She probably did, and that's probably why she's a fucking Puritan now at this point.
Yeah. Like I said,
which-
she hesitated when the girl said, "Do you know what I'm talking about?"
If anybody doesn't know actually anything about Puritans were not like just they were the most fucked up, like hardcore religious assholes ever. That's why they were kicked out of Europe. It wasn't because they were like, oh, blah blah religious persecution. Yeah, they were just everybody was like, dude, you guys are fucked. You need to like go away.
Get out of
So they
here.
did. So they did, and that's why I was like, I just feel like these guys were actually like, I don't know if it was like to embody the spirit of that, or if they were literally like just like plucked out of the olden times, and they're like. Whoop. Like I feel like they have to, because I feel like they would be confused as fuck too if they were just put there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that would be a sequel to explore that.
right? All right. So did the score set the mood?
No.
Fuck no. Hated
They
it
had some
for it.
weird
And it-
fucking Thanksgiving music going on.
Especially the scene where Cody was running back to the house, literally right before she finds her parents. And it goes from like this kind of suspenseful thing to it just completely changes the tempo and everything. It did this weird, almost like a pop music kind of thing.
Perfect spot also in the movie to where if you just found your boyfriend murdered, and
Call the
you were
cops.
going to go home to try to rescue your parents, you probably should call the authorities along the way. Just saying. Like, I feel like you had a really long time there to even potentially go to the authorities. Maybe not even just call them, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going to stop at the police station. Listen, I got all these insane people dressed as pilgrims in their house, and I think my parents are in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, you're only going to get one at least.
Yeah.
Stop at the neighbor's house, something, yeah.
Anything. And, dude, the red flags in this movie are just, that's why I feel like there had to be some kind of weird mysticism around them, because like a lot of people
You definitely had to have some major gaps in logic to understand what was going on here, because
huge, dude.
Major
Like,
gaps. Oh boy.
There's characters from 80s cheesy horror movies that we watched that are stupid as fuck, and they still would have survived this situation.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Dude, like this case in point, like let's just say the stoner from Cabin in the Woods, dude, he would have saw this shit a mile fucking way. As soon as that Puritan was like, we're gonna stay a few days, he's like, fuck you are, man. I don't think
I'm out of here, man.
that stoner is one of my favorite characters of any movie
absolutely,
ever.
dude.
He was badass.
The coffee mug.
The fact that
And it was-
weed
and it worked,
neutralized
too.
the fucking drug in their fog was the best part of the whole movie. All right. So best song, I don't think we can
I
really
don't
pick
think there
one
was
because it was just
any.
a bunch of Thanksgiving songs that I've never even heard of. I think they're just
those really
some
bizarre.
weird chorus shit. I don't fucking know. So that leads us to favorite character. I'm
I
actually
would
gonna have to go with the main Puritan dude. Like as fucked up as he was, like he was awesome.
Yeah.
I'll
He was
agree
probably the
because
one
the guy playing him did an amazing job.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, he was great. Like that dude, if that guy wasn't in this movie, I don't think I would have made it through the movie. You know what I mean? Like he sold his role.
Yeah, he was convincing as anything. So yeah, definitely him.
Correct. Ooh, Scoop says, but even if they were ghosts, this isn't the first time they've done this. Probably not, because that's where more than likely all their bodies
Definitely
have
not,
come
because
from.
not because she said that they even said they've done it before, and the mother found some kind of Facebook thing
Which
used that mysteriously disappeared.
kind of makes me wonder, because you remember how he talked about how he used to have a family? Was that the first thing that he killed was his own family because they weren't
Don't know.
grateful enough? Like that's how I would think. Like,
See,
dude's
that's
psychotic.
That's a prequel. That's a good prequel.
That'd be fucked, dude. That'd be fucked. You never know. Maybe Hulu's listening. Bloody disgusting, helping us out.
You know,
Give us a sequel that explains more.
yeah.
That'd be, yeah, dude. Imagine if like he just got, because he did like some crazy thing and like, I mean, would it be too crazy? Like he kills his family and then some weird like mysticism shit happens, so he is eternally cursed to have to like make sure people are thankful.
That okay. Like he wasn't
He gets
like
cursed
he
like Victor Crowley's dad.
Yeah, yeah.
like he
somebody
wasn't
curses on our
grateful, so now
deathbed,
you
their
got
mo-
it.
his
So
wife-
now you're
yeah.
like he wasn't grateful, so now you got to be trapped in this and go make other people grateful, and you're trapped in eternity.
But at the same time, he seems like he kind of gets off on the killing though, so I don't really know if he would look at that as a torture thing. He might just be an embodiment of fuckery.
Satan,
Something.
hail Satan.
The dark side of the dark side of Thanksgiving. Yeah.
All right. So was it scary?
Weird, but not scary.
Okay, the fact that this is actually supposedly based on a true story, partially, makes it kind of scary because makes you think: is there somebody out there that did take their role a little too far and kill a family or something? I couldn't find anything out about it.
Yeah, I forgot it even said that.
Yeah,
dude.
now that you said that, oh god.
Yeah, because it even shows that weird picture at the end of the credits where it shows like an actual family, and there's some guy standing there dressed as a pilgrim, but his face is kind of blacked out.
Well, now
And
I
the
feel
fact
like
that you can't find anything on it.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do some digging on that now because I totally forgot that was a part of the fucking movie. Huh, dude, that'd be fucked. I mean, I could see it like some weird underground actor Like that's how he gets his jollies off, is living with a family and then taking them out. Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? That'd be fucked, dude. Be straight fucked. Does it hold up today?
Flick Snacks and Knickknacks. What's up, dudes?
Oh, Flick Snacks, what's up?
What is up, Flicks?
Wait. Sorry, I'm going to stop you real quick.
Go
Because
ahead,
now
buddy.
there's something here, so you might want to look up this name. Pilgrim, 2009, is inspired by true events
2019.
is inspired by true events and follows Miss Anna Baker, who invites Pilgrim reenactors to her family's Thanksgiving in an effort to remind them of their privilege and help them bond. So Miss Anna Barker. You might want to look who that is then.
Isn't that just the name of the main character, the mom?
I thought
It's inspired by true events. I don't know.
Anna Barker.
Wait.
Yeah, Anna was Courtney's.
Oh wait. There's more. I got more. It's based loosely on the real bizarre Thanksgiving experience that conspirator Noah Feinberg endured as a child.
All right. So that's a lead. No finger. All right. I have to look up that a little bit after that.
Noah Feinberg. Hold on. Wasn't that one of the writers or whatever?
Was it?
Apparently, yeah, it's based on a weird
Written
event
by
he had
Marcus
as a child.
Dunstan, Noah Feinberg, and Patrick Melton. So yeah.
So it's based
One of
on
the- this
a weird
actually
event he had. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is some creepy ass shit that he had as a kid, and then he's like, you know what? We should just write an episode about it. And they were like, fucking A. All right. Interesting. So does it hold up today, gentlemen?
I mean, yes.
It's only 2 years old, so yeah.
Yeah,
I would say
so-
so.
I would have to say, if you think it holds up already, then yes. I feel that's a fair point because, like I said, I feel like I'm with your wife, Chad. I feel like I feel like I'm 50-50. I just don't know if I like this or not.
Same, and I think if they gave us a sequel that explained more,
Sorry, house phone.
give us a sequel that explains more, we might appreciate this a little more too.
That's possible. That's very possible. You can get a little bit more footnotes in the backstory there. Alrighty. So, how was the acting for this movie slash?
For the most part, it was okay. The main character, the main villain, awesome job.
Oh, he was great.
I'll give the acting actually like a 7 out of 10 because they all did their roles really well for what this movie wanted, for sure.
Yeah, I can agree with that, man. Just
Especially,
Nobody's going to win any awards or anything, but it's
no. But the main Pilgrim, he was 100% probably the best.
I would love to see that guy in more things after this. By the way, so the guy that did this made the Collector movies. There's the Collector and the Collected.
Oh yeah,
and he's supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be doing a third one, and I guess that the main bad guy in this is playing the Collector in that.
No shit.
But they haven't even started filming yet. It's just been.
Oh, I thought they did already.
I think they were supposed to.
I think they were going to start, and then COVID happened, and it put it all in the back burner.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. No, this guy was great, and none of the acting really felt hammed in. Maybe like some of the extra characters, like the bitches in the beginning, but at the same time,
yeah,
they seemed like snooty bitches. So I think they'd fucking work well. Let's see. Okay. So
okay,
this
so Flicksnacks and Knickknacks just said, okay, they said, I'd argue the villain work is typically easier to play because you can be over the top. That being said, that's why Heath Ledger's Joker is so good, because it's a very controlled chaos, not overacting. Yes, it is always easier to play the villain. Any wrestler will tell you it's easier to get people to hate you than it is to get them to love you. And that's true for just about any role out there.
Fair enough, then. Yeah,
that's just life right there, dude.
Yeah. Do
people
one thing wrong and 10 people
before they love you, dude.
But the only problem about that is if you're really good at playing the villain, then you get typecast, and that's all you'll ever get cast as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I want to see more of like Kevin Bacon as the villain, because I really like Kevin Bacon as the villain. And he doesn't give it enough. Well, yeah, he does, dude. Bro,
what's he been the villain in?
Hollow Man.
Oh, that's right. You're right on both counts.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was
And
the
he's
bad guy
awesome.
in X-Men First Class, and he was really
Yeah.
good in Hollow Man. I don't care. People hate the movie. People love the movie. I've always enjoyed Hollow Man.
Oh, Hollow Man, I thought was a
great.
great
Hollow
movie.
Man was kind of fucked up in some parts, but it was an awesome movie. I mean, CGI was meh, but whatever.
Yeah, I will say that, but it's still a great movie.
All right. Barry Keoghan is cast as Patterson's Joker. I do not know who that is, but
I don't know who that is either. We probably have seen him, we just don't know it.
It's usually the unknowns that make the best villains.
Agreed. All right, gentlemen. So the cinematography on Into the Dark of for Pilgrim.
Poop
Cinematography was straight dog shit, dude. And I only wish we could hear TJ or Brody. I would love for them to watch like 10 minutes of this film and then talk about the cinematography, because the frustration that would come out of those two boys for this fucking film would be intense.
Oh, I'm sure would be.
I feel like Brody's reaction would be almost as bad as his reaction to Amityville 3D.
Oh, dude, it would be one of his best reviews, hands down.
I can
yeah.
never get
Because
that.
he's so pissed off.
I can never get that image out of my head with how angry he was.
Oh, dude.
his.
But it's like I said, dude, like I feel like it wasn't even the lens half the time that was the fisheye. I feel like they edited it. Like they almost felt like they shot it and then they cropped it and then they fucking added this like weird like bubble effect to just a little bit of the outside. Not even the full like screen, but just like right in the middle, kind of where my hand is now. It's weird.
You know,
like,
I just had a thought. This is the type of movie. This is like if Rob Zombie made a Thanksgiving movie, it would have been something like this. But Rob Zombie early in his career. Early
in the career.
Yes. And even that though, because I did kind of have that thought. I'm like, this reminds me of scenes from certain Rob Zombie movies.
Mm-hmm.
But even he knows not to fill the whole movie like that. You know what I mean?
Right. So I do agree the cinematography is terrible, but the shots that we got with some of that lens that were good.
The dunking scene in particular was great.
Mm-hmm.
I like the close up there. But there was just a lot of things where it's like I feel like you could have seen cooler parts of the scenes that they just cut off because of the way they shot it. Because you had
really
so
weird,
much,
like you said, it's really weird jump cuts and everything. Yeah,
yeah, and just super sporadic, like just edits and everything. Just like I said, dude, if you were doing some drugs on this shit, this thing would hurt. It would hurt. You'd be like, I don't even know what's going on, dude.
You know, the one scene where they probably should have used that lens more is actually the end scene where they're all. Because it would have been close up on them seeing it, like, you know what I mean? Causing that disorientation. I think that scene would have been a lot better with that.
That was that was just a crazy intense scene, dude. It was so chunky and soupy. It was, if I had to even take one thing out of that whole third act, probably that scene specifically.
It was almost as graphic as the barfing scene in Stand By Me. But not taken up to the extreme.
Yeah.
Or Problem Child, too.
Oh, my God. I forget.
Oh, God. Come on.
I saw the first one. I didn't like it.
Problem Child 2 is so much better.
The first one's with Kramer, but what's the second one? The second one is...
If you go and watch it, you'll be like, you've either seen it or you haven't.
The second one is... Yeah, I have. It's just been a long fucking time.
I can't remember if I did or not, to be honest.
Because that's where he gets a stepsister, right? Because like they find
eventually, yes,
finds a woman for John Ritter there. All right, gentlemen, did we enjoy the premise of this film?
Actually, yes.
Yeah,
the premise was really
very
cool.
much.
I agree. The premise was great. The execution was not.
Yes, exactly.
Overall, man, if somebody could actually like hit this with maybe sometimes you don't need a bigger budget, but sometimes you do. You know what I mean? Like, and I would like to see this come to theaters. Like, flush it out a little bit more. Give us a little better backstory.
Okay, well that will lead in perfectly to the quadruple R, I think I want to see this remade.
Yeah, I agree with that remade.
I know it's only a couple years old, but I feel like you got a really good start.
Mm-hmm.
But don't do the AAA thing where you take it and then overproduce the shit out of it.
Yeah, I can
take
agree
it,
with that.
Add a few more kills to some of the random Karens and shit in it, because I feel like you just need a little bit more like build up to show like how fucked up these pilgrims are before you really get to the whole like fuckery of it all.
Well, that's what I do. You know, you don't even show them dying; they just disappear.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like maybe at the end at the big feast, you see that they're making the food out of them. You know, something
That
along
would
those
have
lines.
been fucking perfect, dude. You just see random things like all of a sudden you find your friend's watch that's like in the house, but it's like, why was this even here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just shit like that.
And then like the movie ends, like at the end of the movie and over the credits, it's just showing like news clippings and, you know, like news reports of whole families just like disappearing on Thanksgiving, or something like that. You make it feel like this is like an ongoing thing.
And then giving it an actual movie release, show us the kills.
Yes.
That's the other important part.
Give us more.
You got some great beheadings. Show us it. You know what I mean? Like, show us what Patience did. Like, okay, you didn't have to show us exactly what Patience did to that mom, but maybe show us in a flashback after you already see the mom is dead and you're like, oh shit, she's dead. And then show a flashback of like Patience like killing the fuck out of her. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit. But
show us what it's like to make a human turkey. Basically.
I feel like you could easily add, if you took this, reshot it to get rid of that fucking weird lens, and add maybe 10 to 20 minutes worth of dialogue and some scenes, dude, it'd be fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even have to add a lot of scenes, dude. Just like I said, an extra kill or two.
Yeah,
which
like I
you
said,
could even do in the same scene.
And if you don't want to do the backstory of these people, you know, like I said, do the whole montage at the end with the news clippings and stuff, and you kind of get an explanation there through that.
Mm-hmm. You do,
or all of a sudden, like you go back and then you see like all of a sudden the Facebook post thing is up again. So
there you go. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, or you see another family like finding it or something like that.
I would love to see it end sort of like the Texas Chainsaw remake ended, where it shows like the police footage of them going through the house.
Yes.
Leatherface is right there, and that's where it ends.
So who would we want to see in the house? The head Pilgrim or like Patience?
Patience.
So I think it would be funny though is if like they continued this and they were just like, oh look, they're like these guys do things, but they also come as like Victorian Christmas singers or something like that.
Oh,
like,
shit!
You can follow into the next season.
Ooh,
just throwing it out there.
We got some good ideas here.
Hulu, contact us, please.
Oh man! Alrighty, gentlemen.
Or if you take our ideas, give us at least a screen credit
and some money,
great, dude. I can all.
And some
money.
Well,
that would be great too.
Money.
Screen credit would be sweet though, because then that can go on our IMDb.
Yes, it can.
Alrighty, gentlemen, let's rate this bitch. I already have Scuba's saved at a 2.5. So, Chad Daddy, if you could.
I'll give it a 2.8. I'll go a little higher than that.
Okay, all right. Mr. Ramone.
I'm going to stick with the 2.5. I agree with the 2.5.
5. And I'm going to go with a 2.3. All right, and
it is
probably 2.7,
2.52, so 2.5.
All right,
which actually seems very fair for this movie.
Oh yes,
like actually, that's if you think about it, we're out of 5, so that's middle of the road. That's actually probably better than I expected us to score it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be in the ones, but turns out we were wrong. Gorehounds.
I feel like TJ and Brody definitely would have been in the ones. Could have been wrong.
Just the premise alone, it kind of gave it a little bit of saving grace.
The premise is great, and you're right. If the premise sucked, this movie would have been fucking garbage.
Oh, it would be a 1 point. I don't know what it would be.
Alrighty, gentlemen. So we don't actually have our next episode chosen, do we yet?
Not yet. Because we're going to start our Christmas Fest.
We are going to start Christmas Fest.
We haven't even picked our Christmas movies yet. Wait.
Well, I did pick one if we could do it. I saw it on our list.
Which one? Oh, you picked P2. Let's start with P2.
I said P2.
We'll do P2 next week.
Okay. There you go. So we'll start with P2 next week.
Scoobs, if you're listening, P2, and if you're not, we'll tell you later.
We'll post it in the chat. We'll post it in the Gore N More chat for everybody that's in that as well. We'll try to keep everybody up to speed.
I have not seen that movie either, so that's awesome.
Neither have I. I've heard about it, haven't watched it, so it'll work out perfect.
It only came out like a couple years, like a handful of years ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
5 years ago, more or less, I think.
Yeah, that
All right, so P2 for our first out of 5 Christmas episodes. I think if TJ didn't want to throw it on there, I think I was going to throw Jack Frost on there because we've been talking about it for like 3 years now, and I think it's time we need to do it. So if T doesn't do it, I'll pick that, and then we can go from
I'm
there.
torn because I'm thinking Christmas Horror Story, but Heather's but Heather's also been in the Gore N More chat begging for Gremlins, so I don't know what we're going to do yet. Gremlins, I feel like it's too easy.
I do too. I'll be honest.
Scuba hasn't picked one, so Scoob's still got to pick 2.
Because I love Gremlins, but I feel like
I love Gremlins too, but Gremlins is not. I don't know,
it's Chad. It's like it's too easy to review. Know it's going to be either a perfect movie or very slightly less. It's not going to be very far off.
It's going to be at least. I'm going to say a 4.7 if we were to review it.
I would argue even
Probably,
4.9. Like it ain't going to be far off from one to the other.
It's a loved movie. I really don't see the point of reviewing it.
And what are you going to say negative about it? It's a movie about little things that kill you.
Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, like I said, I think you should go with your original pick because personally, I want to watch that, and I think it'd be a fun watch.
Flicks, Snacks, and Knickknacks. We have covered Black Christmas already.
Yep, we did that about 2 years ago. Yep.
2 years ago, and we did the first remake last year, which was good, but not as good as the original. We love the first Black Christmas.
The original and the first remake are the only 2 good ones.
I think the only reason, I don't know, man, the remake I still did not care for that.
It gave us too much of Billy. I did not want to see, or we didn't need to see Billy at all.
Why did he have jaundice? Why was that even part of the fucking story? Why, dude? I had jaundice. Also, now I'm a Christmas killer. Fuck no, dude. What the?
We always knew it was you, Johnny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Plus, they threw in the weird
incest daughter bullshit thing.
Yeah.
And so it was a scream factor of 2 killers. Ooh. Yeah, no, give me Billy from the OG all fucking day. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, dude, I think Christmas Horror Story would be great. It's one I've never watched and I wanted to. So, like I said, it's your choice. Not to mention, not just throwing this out there. I already did give Heather a pick this year, and so she did get American Werewolf.
She got American Werewolf.
So,
like I said, Gremlins. That's too easy, though. That's.
It is. It's
South Korean Hansel and Gretel.
Heather just texted me, do you know any of the Christmas horror movies you guys are doing? I'd like to torrent them before I go to Richmond tomorrow, maybe get to watch a couple with my brother. Heather, I'm guessing you're probably not listening, so I'll text you back. But P2 is the first one we're doing. Then Christmas Horror Story, I think, is going to be my pick.
Yeah.
And so Johnny yours is going to be.
I'll do Jack Frost unless Bossman wants that, and then if not, I can. And then we need one from Scoops.
Yeah, as soon as we get off here, I'm going to look at the list.
Tell you what,
we'll go.
I'll give you right now. I'll do Jack Frost if Bossman doesn't want it, or if he doesn't want it, and if he does want it, I'll do the Ginger Dead Man. We'll get a little Gary Busey.
Yes.
So
do Ginger Dead Man.
Okay,
there you go.
So there you go.
We got to get some Gary Busey love in here.
Yeah, we need a little Gary Busey fucking love, dude. That'd be great. Flicks, we could probably do that if you want to message us on the side.
We'd be happy to collab.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Have a whole podcast collaboration going on here.
We could get ourselves a 3-hour show.
Snyder Cut? I've been in trouble for those before.
Yes, you have.
But we'd have to figure out what we're Snyder cutting first.
I still think I got the top dad for fucking episode with Brody for that first one, dude, for 4 hours. That was fucking ridiculous, dude. I was just like, bro, we got to cut this shit. Like, I went so long. Alrighty, gentlemen. So enough of the horror stuff. We're going to watch P2 next week. Stay tuned, Gorehounds. But before we call this episode a wrap, gentlemen,
we got some nerd news to cover, don't we?
Let's get
just
nerdy.
a little bit.
Let's get nerdy. What do you want to talk about first?
Well, there's no sense. We've been mentioning Ghostbusters all episode, so I don't think that needs to be spoken about anymore until I've seen it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing you could say is they pulled in almost 50 mil this weekend.
Yes.
So, no, they pulled in 60 altogether.
Well, worldwide, but just American distribution, they pulled in like 49.
Yes,
which is great because the movie only cost 75, in 2016 cost 150. So that just goes to show you money doesn't necessarily make a movie.
No.
Okay, so that being said, we're going to skip over that good stuff.
Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, so last week, the day after our episode aired, the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home dropped. And I know a lot of people were expecting to finally get confirmation that Toby and Andrew were in it. It was not confirmed exactly.
Yeah, it was
but
much
if you look, you have to read between the lines because the Brazilian version of the trailer shows
they fucked up.
What happened was, and I noticed this in the trailer, and Scuba Steve noticed it, and a lot of other people noticed it, was the shot of you have Sandman's like in the middle, and then up top is Electro, and down here is Lizard. And they're all flying at Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I noticed this. If you look, they're not all looking at him. Nope. Electro's looking up. Lizard's looking down. The only one that's actually looking at Holland is Sandman.
Yeah.
And the Brazilian trailer goes a little bit further, and it shows Sandman throwing a punch, and a split second before he throws the punch, you see Lizard's head snap to the left. A lot of people are saying that what that is showing is either confirmation of Andrew and Toby are in the movie, and one of them is hitting Lizard.
Dude,
I've also heard speculation. People are saying that might be Miles Morales because one of his powers is invisibility. But I don't think it's Miles.
I'm gonna say straight up
because
this one's
if
going
you
to
look
lead into Miles,
I think so. But if you look where they are, there is scaffolding all around behind Holland's Spider-Man that matches the scaffolding that was shown in the leaked pictures of Andrew Garfield in his Spider-Man uniform. Yep. Matches it exactly.
Oh yeah.
So,
dude.
I think they're in.
I think,
and I don't think.
If you watch the America one where Lizard doesn't get punched, you can clearly see where they edit it. And this isn't the first time Marvel has tweaked trailers. They publicly announced that they tweak trailers. You know what I mean? They did it with fucking Infinity War. Remember when Infinity War first fucking dropped, and you see Hulk running in the background, but then when you get to the movie, it's not Hulk, it's fucking the Hulk Buster. You're like, whoa, dude, this changes fucking huge dynamic. Yeah. So, and I think we discussed this before, but Sony wanted them to do the leak. Marvel supposedly has been fighting against it. So I can see why Sony would want it, though, because those are two Sony boys, like, in the bag. You know what I mean? They want their shit out there. Like, dude, between Ghostbusters this month and fucking Spider-Man next month, Sony's going to get such a fucking, like,
oh my god, they're making mad money.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Marvel's getting money from it too, but dude, they wouldn't. Sony's definitely making some bank off of it, man. You know what I mean? That's the title character.
It's split 50-50, so yeah.
Right. Sony still gets top billing, I think, even over Marvel Studios on the thing, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right.
That's what it was with the Ghostbusters trailer. It shows Sony first, then Marvel Studios, and then...
And also, what I've been hearing is, so the scene in the trailer, it shows the MCU MJ falling off the Empire State Building, or the Statue of Liberty, right? And you see Holland reaching out for her and not quite catching her. Now, from what I've been reading, they are saying that he doesn't catch her. But Garfield's Spider-Man does, and that's his redemption arc after failing to catch Gwen at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I figured that's how they were going to probably bring in Garfield. That's kind of how I guessed.
That's what I'm thinking. And if you notice, also another clue in the trailer is it shows them standing around, and there's just this whole distortion all throughout the sky, which is a distinct red and blue, which is Spider-Man's colors. And Doctor Strange says they're breaking through and I can't stop them. And at that point, it looks like the villains are all already there. So he can only be talking about the Spider-Man.
Which, dude, like I said, man, Sony hit it out of the park for me this week already. So December 17th, I'm just going to be like, I already can't wait for, when is Spider-Man Day? The 29th, I think it was Spider Day. Buy the tickets pre-sale.
Oh, dude, the site's going to crash.
Oh yeah.
Now here, see, that's another movie because like I want to see GB again for a third time, but Spider-Man would be another. I want to see a 4DX movie, dude, and both of those would probably be amazing for it. Like
especially Spider-Man.
Dude, right when that scene alone when Sandman's coming in, dude, you're telling me blowing wind and shit at you in there.
Are you kidding?
Do you think they'd go the extra? Would they go the extra mile and throw a little sand grit into the?
I mean, they got water in there that you get hit
I mean,
with.
why
It's
wouldn't
like,
they? A little sand never hurt. Well, no, it did hurt some people, but that's a different story.
I was always kind of hoping they would bring in Hydro Man to have Sandman, Hydro Man team up, but they never, obviously never.
They did that kind of shitty Hydro Man knockoff that wasn't really there in the second one.
Yeah, but that wasn't Hydro Man. That was
bullshit. That's what it was.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Alrighty. So yeah, definitely December 17th, man. Spider-Man is gonna be.
I am so psyched. I can't.
Oh, dude, hands down.
Oh yeah.
So what else do we got?
Raccoon City should be hitting soon as well.
I did see I saw the poster for that at the movies yesterday or Saturday. I mean,
I really want to see that, but I don't think I'm going to make it out to the theater to see it.
I'm gonna try to make it to the theaters for that one.
I honestly don't know. I will say for anybody playing the new Halo Infinite multiplayer, if you haven't, download that shit. You got PC or Xbox because it is fucking money. It's tight as hell. They keep updating it. The beta, it's in beta now. I think it's going to stay beta for a minute.
Yeah. I didn't know it's going to stay in beta.
They've already thrown in a couple extra maps. Dude, it's straight up. I haven't played games like this in years because the last couple nights I've been playing, dude, I got like 8 to 10 people in a fucking party with me. I haven't had that shit since fucking pre-dad me. You know what I mean? Like where you have it's just all the boys fucking just piling in the party, dude, and it's awesome, man. Like it just brings back good fucking times. I wish you fuckers would have this, but it's all right.
I'm a PlayStation guy. Sorry.
I know.
You're
on a computer right now. You can download.
I still gotta get a. I gotta get a system. I'm gonna get a system soon.
Fair enough. But anything else nerdy, gentlemen?
Not too many things that stick out for me at the moment. So nothing really.
I'm gonna say I could keep talking about Ghostbusters, but I feel like our listeners are gonna get sick of that shit. So
I'd like to add that just moments before the show hit the air, our good friends over at Bloody Disgusting posted an article mentioning different Thanksgiving-themed horror movies that you can watch right now. And, of course, the picture on the article head is Patience from Pilgrim.
Yeah!
Yes.
I mean, it is Thanksgiving, and there's not a lot of Thanksgiving horror out there, like previously mentioned, but they got a list of 5. I'm interested in and it's already going to be Pilgrim and Blood Rage are going to be 2 of the movies on that fucking list. I can guarantee that. Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's if it's not.
Thanksgiving on there?
Probably. I don't remember.
I was gonna say there'd be 3rd. That's an easy one. I couldn't give you 2 more. I don't think. I don't know.
No,
I really.
I can't think of another one.
Give me 1 second. I'll pull up the. I actually have the.
Well, this isn't really nerd news, but it's more news for the Project Louder. I talked to Mr. Johnny D below us about trying to do a Machine Shop episode on proton packs.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna do a GB 101 essentially. We'll go through the whole.
We're gonna go through the equipment and such. So.
Okay, so 5 Thanksgiving horror movies to stream this week by Bloody Disgusting. First off, Addams Family Values.
Okay.
I
thought we were going like dark, like actual horror. That's a thing.
Then Blood Rage.
Okay.
Then Blood Rage. Then a movie called Christie, which I've never heard of.
Christie.
Into the Dark, Pilgrim. And You're Next.
Oh! Wait, Your Next took place at Thanksgiving?
No. So it's not technically a Thanksgiving center movie, but it checks off enough boxes that it may as well count. It looks like because it has a holiday.
A family dinner. Yeah, like it's an awkward family dinner, and it's all like censurated. Have you ever seen Your Next?
Mm-mm.
I have.
Dude, it was fucking awesome. I was pleasantly that blender scene. That's all I'm gonna say. He was like, "Oh yeah, dude!" Like you saw it coming, but it was awesome.
So good, so good.
That was Chad Daddy. If you ever get the chance, man, that's one I took a whim on it, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Just like a home invasion kind of movie, isn't it?
Yes
Okay.
and no.
Oh.
So, but yeah, no, that was a fun one, dude, and it's a good final girl movie for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Anything else nerdy, gentlemen, before we call this a due?
No, I think we covered what we wanted to cover.
That's all I got.
All righty. Well, I will start us off here, and we can go clockwise if you gentlemen like. But from the Fluff Master himself, Big Johnny D, I would like to say, have a happy Thanksgiving, Gorehounds. I hope you enjoy your week, enjoy your family, and catch you next week.
Yeah, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying happy Thanksgiving. Unless you don't live in America, then have a nice Thursday.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Amon, saying happy Thanksgiving to all you Gorehounds out there. And although this is Gore and More, make sure you watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles too.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And load up on that cranberry sauce, Artie.
Absolutely.
And with it being Thanksgiving, don't forget the leftovers. And so with that, stay fresh cheese bags.
Yeah.